in pharmaceutical inorganic chemistry, that is antimicrobial agent. Antimicrobial agents. What are antimicrobial agents? Before discussing about these antimicrobial agents, let us discuss about microbes. What are microbes? Microbes are the infectious tiny particles which cannot be seen with our naked eyes. Whenever these microbes which are entered into our body will cause disease in our body. These are the microbes which are tiny particles which cannot be seen with your naked eyes. Now, these microbes are classified into bacteria, virus, third one is fungi, and fourth one is protozoans. These microbes are classified into, these microbes contains bacteria, virus, fungi, and protozoans. Now, the drugs which will inhibit or kill the bacteria are called antibacterial agents. These are antibacterial agents. It will inhibit or kill the growth of bacteria on our body. Now, the drugs which will inhibit or kill the growth of virus are called antiviral drugs. Antiviral drugs. The drugs which will inhibit or kill the growth of fungi are called antifungal drugs. These are antifungal drugs. And the drugs which will inhibit the growth or kill the growth of protozoans are called antiprotozoan drugs. Antiprotozoal drugs. These are the 4 different types of pathogens which comes under microbes, that are bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoans. The drugs which will inhibit or kill the growth of bacteria are called antibacterial. Drugs which will inhibit or kill the growth of virus are called antiviral drugs. The drugs which will inhibit or kill the growth of fungus is called antifungal drugs. The drugs which will inhibit or kill the growth of protozoans are called antiprotozoan drugs. This is some information about microbes. Now, if we discuss the classification of microbes, about the classification of antimicrobial drugs, these antimicrobial drugs are classified into 5 different types. First one is antiseptics. Second one is disinfectants. First one is antiseptics, second one is disinfectants, and third one is germicides. And fourth one is bacteriostatic. And fifth one is bactericidal. Bacteriostatics and bactericidal. These antiseptics, antimicrobial drugs are classified into 5 different types. That are, first one is antiseptics, second one is disinfectants, third one is germicides, and fourth one is bacteriostatics, and fifth one is bactericidal. These are the 5 different types of classifications or different types of antimicrobial drugs which are included in antimicrobial agents. Now, before we study about these 5 different types of antimicrobial agents, let us consider two structures. That are, let us consider this is a human body, and it is a non-living thing. It is a living thing. It is a non-living thing. It is living thing and it is a non-living thing. Whenever the bacteria will be entered into these two parts, first one is this radical structure is a bacteria. This bacteria will be entered into living things and non-living things. First, if we discuss about antiseptics, antiseptics are the group of antimicrobial drugs which will work on only the living things. These special types of antiseptics helps in killing or inhibiting the growth of microorganisms on surface of only the living organisms. Now, if the microbes which are entered, that is like bacteria, whenever it enters into the living organism or non-living organism, it has capacity to multiplicate and increase its number. If there are 1, 2, 3, 4, there are four number in bacteria. Now these 4 different types of bacteria will replicate, and this 4 will become 8. 8 will become 16, and same process takes place in non-living organism. These are antiseptics. Antiseptics are the group of antimicrobial agents which will inhibit or kill the growth of microorganisms only on the surface of living organisms. This is about antiseptics. If we discuss about disinfectants, disinfectants are the group of antimicrobial agents which will inhibit or kill the growth of microorganisms only on surface of non-living organisms. These are only on non-living organisms. These disinfectants cannot be applied on surface of our body. Example, Dettol, Harpic, which is used in our toilets. These are disinfectants which will be used only on non-living organisms. This is second category, and third category is germicides. What are germicides? These germicides are the group of antimicrobial agents which will inhibit or kill the growth of microorganisms on both the surface of living organisms and non-living organisms. It will work on both, that is living organisms and non-living organisms, whereas antiseptics will work on only living organisms, disinfectants will work on only non-living organisms, whereas germicides will act on both living and non-living. This is about germicides. If we discuss about the action of these germicides will have two functions, in which the first function is this is the outermost layer of a germicide. So this is the outermost layer of a bacteria, and it is a proteinaceous layer. Inner side of the proteinaceous layer, it consists of cytoplasmic content. Cytoplasmic content is present at the inner side of this protein. Now, the layer which is present outer side of this protein is called cell wall. This is the cell wall. The outermost layer is the cell wall, and next to the cell wall is proteinaceous layer. Now, one function of this germicides is it will rupture the cell wall and protein layer. It will rupture the cell wall and protein layer. It will rupture the cell wall and protein layer. As a result, the cytoplasmic content will be expelled outside, and it will be resulting in inhibition or killing of microbacteria. That is first action. And if we discuss the second action, that is this is the bacteria, and it is a proteinaceous layer. Inner side of this proteinaceous layer, it consists of cytoplasmic content. This is a cytoplasmic content. Outer side of this proteinaceous layer, it consists of cell wall. This is a proteinaceous. This is a cell wall. Inner side of cell wall is proteinaceous layer. Inner side of the proteinaceous layer, it consists of cytoplasmic content. Now, this is the first function. That is the first function in which it ruptures the cell wall and proteinaceous layer. As a result, the cytoplasmic content will be expelled out. Now, this is second function, that is, as we know that this reticular structure is proteinaceous layer. Now, this proteinaceous layer consists of proteins in it, but in second function, the proteins which are present will be denatured. The proteins which are present in this proteinaceous layer will be denatured. As a result, the strength of the protein and the strength of the microorganisms will be destroyed. As a result, these two types of functions of these germicides will helpful in decreasing the growth of microorganisms or inhibit the growth of microorganisms. This is about germicides. It will act on both living cells and non-living cells. And next one is bacteriostatics. Bacteriostatics. Bacteria means bacteria, statics means inhibition. These bacteriostatics will act on both. It will act on living organism and non-living organism. It will inhibit the growth of microorganisms on surface of living cell and non-living cell. This is about bacteriostatics. And if we discuss about bactericidal, bactericidal means suicide, that is death of the microorganisms. It will kill the growth of microorganisms on surface of living cell as well as non-living cell. This is about classification of antimicrobial agents, that are antiseptics, disinfectants, germicides, bacteriostatics, bactericidal. This is about some classification. If we discuss about the mechanism of action, of antimicrobial drugs, this mechanism of action can be explained by three methods. First one is oxidation method. Second one is halogenation method. Third one is protein precipitation method. Mechanism of action can be explained by three methods. That is, first one is oxidation, second one is halogenation, third one is protein precipitation. Now, if we discuss about first one, that is oxidation. Normally, if we discuss about oxidation, oxidation can be defined as removal of hydrogen atom. If we discuss the mechanism of action in case of oxidation, our human body is made up of proteins, and that proteins are made up of sulfide bridges. In that sulfide bridges, hydrogen atoms are present in it. Let us consider this is a protein. This is a protein and this is alpha hydrogen groups. Now, in case of oxidation, these hydrogen atoms from the sulfur hydrogen group will be removed. As a result, this protein will become false protein. As this sulfur hydrogen group from the sulfur hydrogen group, hydrogens are removed, it consists of only S atoms, sulfur atoms. This is a true protein and this is a false protein. As a result, when hydrogen atoms are released, these proteins are converted into false proteins, and this will kill the growth of microorganisms. If we discuss about examples are potassium permanganate, hydrogen peroxide, iodine. This is about first action, and the second one is halogenation. It is also same process. Our human body consists of proteins, in which proteins are made up of amino acids, and these amino acids consist of amine group, that is C double bond O NH2, this group. Protein consists of this, and that is C double bond O NH2 group. It consists of C double bond O NH2 group. Now, in case of these hydrogen atoms, halogen atom will get replaced. C double bond O N X minus H and protein. In place of hydrogen atom, halogen atom will be replaced. When these halogen atoms are replaced, it will inhibit or kill the growth of microorganisms. This is about second process, that is halogenation. And in case of protein precipitation, our body consists of proteins. These proteins which are present consist of metal ions. Now these metal ions which are present will be precipitated. These metal ions will be precipitated. Whenever it is precipitated, it is filtered. As a result, it will kill or inhibit the growth of microorganisms. Example, boric acid and borax. Whereas in case of halogenation, the examples are chlorinated lime. This is about chlorinated lime and borax. If we discuss about some antimicrobial agents, First, let us discuss about potassium permanganate. Potassium permanganate. The molecular formula is KMnO4 and the weight is 158 grams, and it is water soluble, and it is pink in color, and it is odorless. And if we discuss the strength, 97% of KMnO4 will be used. 97% of KMnO4 will be used. And if we discuss about the preparation of this potassium permanganate, potassium hydroxide reacted with KClO3 in presence of manganese oxide. In presence of manganese oxide, it results in formation of 2 moles of K2MnO4. Results of K2MnO4 and plus KCl plus H2O. This 2 moles of K2MnO4 which is formed will be evaporated. It will be evaporated in presence of chlorine gas. Now KMnO4 will be formed. KMnO4 will be formed. It is used as antimicrobial agent. This is about first one, that is potassium permanganate, and let us discuss about second one, that is boric acid. Boric acid. The chemical formula is H3BO3, and the molecular weight is 61.83 grams. It is white crystalline structure and it is slightly soluble in water. And if we discuss about the preparations, borax is reacted with sulfuric acid plus water. It results in formation of boric acid plus Na2HSO4. Na2HSO4 plus HCl, and it is also used as antimicrobial agents. It is also used as antimicrobial agents. And next one is hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide. The molecular formula is H2O2, and molecular weight will be 43 grams. It is used as antimicrobial agents. It is slightly soluble in water. If we discuss about the preparations, barium peroxide will be this barium peroxide will be added in ice cooled water. Now this way, keep it aside. Now take sulfuric acid. This sulfuric acid will be mixed up with the ice cooled water and will be combining with these two materials. You will get hydrogen peroxide plus barium sulfate. The barium sulfate which is formed will be crystallized and filtered. When barium sulfate will be filtered, from that hydrogen peroxide will be formed, and it is also used as antimicrobial agent. This is about hydrogen peroxide. And fourth one is iodine. Iodine, the weight of this iodine is 254 grams. If we discuss about, and it is also used as antimicrobial agent. If we discuss the preparation, that is sodium iodide, 2 moles of sodium iodide will react with hydrogen sulfate plus water. It results in formation of 2 moles of sodium hydrogen sulfate plus H2O plus iodine. Here the iodine which is formed will be liberated. This is the preparation of iodine. These iodines are of 4 types. One is aqueous iodine. Second one is weak iodine. Third one is story iodine. Fourth one is strong iodine. Now we will discuss about these three. In this aqueous iodine, the percentage of iodine is 100 grams, and the percentage of potassium iodide is 20 grams, and the water percentage is 1000 ml. If we discuss about in weak iodine, that is the percentage of iodine is 20 grams, whereas percentage of potassium iodide is 25 grams, and volume of water will be 100 ml plus 100 ml of alcohol. These are some descriptions about antimicrobial agents.